the journey to get to what I ended up thinking about a fair bit today was kind of interesting. First of all, it started off with a comment on maybe not yesterday's video, the video before. Somebody asked me if I was trying to gain weight because I look quite thin, which I do in a lot of my videos. I've always thought that. And I've always expressed how I'm a very small 90 kilos, especially on my upper body. That combined with seeing a friend today at the gym who is also a fighter, not at my gym, but he's a fighter, and he was watching me bench. We were talking about bench press and whatnot, and he complimented me on my bench, which naturally I appreciate. And it wasn't the first time I'd been complimented on my bench recently, because I'd only just started benching again, which I thought was kind of strange because I don't really admire 100 kilo bench press. When I say I don't really admire it, I mean, like, if I see somebody doing it, I'm like, that's cool. But on the bench, I guess my head doesn't really turn for 100 kilos, because it's not, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that huge. Like, if you even look at somebody like Ivan, who squats every day, his bench is like, what, 180, something like that. He's insanely strong. There's another guy who goes to the gym that I go to. He's actually a YouTuber as well. I can't remember what his YouTube is. He's fucking huge though on YouTube. And he benches 3 plates like it ain't shit. So I look at these guys like, okay, no, that's a strong bench. Oh no, I don't know if Ivan benches 180 actually. Don't quote me on that one. I can't remember what he benches. Anyway, but yeah, it got me thinking like, well, yeah, the guy's not wrong. The guy who mentioned me being thin ain't wrong. Like, I am, bro. I am. I haven't put a lot of time into working my upper body in years, like literally years. I haven't put my upper body through continuous work for years. I got consistent in the gym almost 2 years ago now, and that was doing legs, pretty much just strictly legs. And I'm only just getting back into upper body work. However, more important than the work that you do is the food that you eat. And being as meticulous as I am when it comes to what food I put in my body. And now when I say that, like, this is one thing that I've always wanted to be clear on, because I don't like, how would I put this? Because me shining my light, right? I shouldn't dim my light in order to try and prevent you from feeling smaller. And that's not what I'm attempting to do with this. But I find that whenever I talk about food and like my beliefs surrounding food, it can make people a little bit insecure and get them on the defensive a little bit. And that's never my intention, because I don't claim to be a saint when it comes to food. I'm far from a saint. I eat loads of barbecue sauce, mayonnaise with my food. I'll still eat chips. I still eat fucking burgers. I still eat whatnot. I don't eat enough veg. That's a great example. However, everything that I do eat, the only meat I eat, strictly grass-fed. The only breads I'm eating are whole grain and organic. The only dairy I'm consuming is grass-fed. The list goes on. I can't think. With regards to chips, the only chips I'm consuming are practically fucking homemade, oven-baked chips. The sauces that I'm consuming aren't like your regular fucking just run-of-the-mill sauces. They're strictly natural ingredients only. That's it. That's all I really care about. And when I talk about how meticulous or strict I am with regards to what I eat, that's what I'm referring to. And because of that, I have spent a lot of time now struggling to get the amount of calories in which I need in order to grow. Especially back when I was training, especially when I was doing all my martial arts every week as well. That shit is taxing, and the amount of calories you need to consume in order to consistently grow whilst doing that it's a lot. It's a lot. And I'll be real, like, on average, I probably just about hit maintenance calories across the week. we're talking what, 2.5, maybe 2.7. And when I say average, like some days I'll be sub 2, and some days I'll be over 3.5k. But across the week it will probably balance out to maintenance. And interestingly, I have been putting on weight recently. Like today I weighed in at 92 kilos for the first time in God knows how long, albeit I had some light like pajama bottoms on. But yeah, I've strangely been gaining weight. But it's weird because, like, for example, I had a low calorie day yesterday where I probably didn't even break 2,000, and today I weighed in at 92 kilos. Now, yes, I didn't weigh myself, but usually when that happens and I have a low calorie day followed by a heavy day, a few days later I tend to drop. So I'll probably be 90, 89 in a few days, which is interesting. But yeah, like it's got me, like, I've wanted to be more and more consistent with my calorie consumption for a long time now. And the one thing that's held me back is my lack of discipline with regards to routine and waking up at certain times, getting to the gym at certain times, and therefore getting your food in at certain times. Because I'm personally somebody who just doesn't like eating before gym. I don't like having a full stomach. It may be placebo, but I've spoken about it before on this channel with regards to how even before learning the science behind fasted movement, I felt the benefits and always wanted to train fasted because I felt like it was easier to focus. Rare. It then so happened that through Andrew Huberman and all the research that he's done, there was a video that I watched with regard, and he was talking about how our bodies produce certain types of hormones when we're fasted that is probably caused historically by the fact that we had to move for our food. We had to move and use our bodies to attain our food. So we still have whatever that is. I don't know the science behind it, but whatever that is inside us is still able to be triggered when we're fasted and we move. Anyway, so I really don't like training fasted. I mean, I really like training fasted. So whenever I wake up late and I don't get my morning right, that fucks me up from a calorie perspective, because I won't get home from the gym till about 4, sort out what I need to do. By the time I get to eating, it's like 5, and then I've got 5 hours to try and consume fucking 3,500-4,000 calories. Like, there's not enough time for my food to fucking digest. You spend all evening, all night just with a fucking full belly trying to digest shit. It just doesn't work. It's not a smart thing to do. So now that I've established that, along with the meticulous nature of what I eat, combined with the lack of, what's the word? The word has escaped me. Routine with regards to how I start my day, it gives me clarity on what needs to be fixed. In many ways, it's the routine. It's not, for a long time now, I kind of blamed it on because I'm so meticulous. So I can't just go and pull up to McDonald's after the gym and just get a load of calories. Like I hear a lot of people do at the gym, which blows my mind. I can't do that because I refuse to eat that. So it's not so much about that. It's more about the way in which you schedule your day. If I schedule my day well, like I have today, I'm home by 2:30. I'm going to eat straight away. 2 hours later is 5. I can eat again. 2 hours later is 7. I can eat again. 2 hours later is 9, or I can wait till 10 and I can eat again. Go to bed around midnight. All that food has had a decent amount of time to digest. It's still not ideal, but it's had more time than it usually gets to digest if you compare trying to do that from like 4 o'clock. So I look forward to getting more disciplined with that, to be quite frank, and really doubling down on my routine and seeing how much of an effect that makes, because I would love to see what I'm capable of with once I've consistently consumed a good amount of calories and a good amount of protein for a long period of time in combination with my training. I'd love to see what I'm capable of, because in many ways, I've felt for a long time now, and I feel even to this day that my diet, well, your diet, everybody's diet holds them back in some capacity when it comes to what they're trying to achieve in the gym. But I've always loved the fact that I can perform well, even though I can perform. I don't even like saying well, because in the grand scheme of things, it ain't shit what I'm able to do. I'm just a baby in this game. But relatively speaking, I can perform well with an inadequate diet. So I've always thought, damn, like, what the fuck are you capable of, bro? One day we will find out. One day we will find out, and that's what this journey is all about, I guess. That's what this journey is all about. If you made it this far, thank you very, very much, and I shall see you tomorrow.